The SA BRICS Business Council is looking for South Africa's best up-and-coming tech gurus to represent the country in the BRICS Future Skills Challenge. This year's Future Skills Olympics will help solve problems that South Africa, Brazil, Russia, India and China face around energy, water and health. This major event is being hosted in person and virtually by South Africa in Johannesburg from the 12th to the 15th of September this year, and hundreds of competitors are expected. 120 South African participants are sought and their travel expenses will be covered. Those selected to participate will solve real-world problems in their specific skills area, supported by subject experts. Joining us now via Zoom to tell us more is Joanne Brink, the founder of Techways and Project Lead at BRICS Future Skills. Joanne, a very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, Simpiria. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure. Good to have you join us this morning. Now, tell us more about the BRICS Future Skills and what it's all about.
So you did such a good job of introducing me. I feel like I don't need to say anything more. But thanks. What I really want to impress on all the young people out there, so the applications are open for anyone aged 16 to 35. And if you've got any technology skills, so things around renewable energy, mobile app development, cybersecurity, data science, I want you to go and look on our website. The website is bricsfutureskills.co.za to see the full list of different competition areas that you can apply for. But what I want to encourage the young people out there is that this is a phenomenal opportunity to get some real world experience on your CV. And not only real world locally, but we're going to have BRICS experts from across the region joining us in South Africa. So you're going to have a chance to work on real case studies, helping to solve problems that all our BRICS countries face together. Although it's a competition and there will be medals, and I want to also encourage anyone that gets through to the competition. We'll be having the top medal winners for South Africa will be having guaranteed job interviews, which is also a lovely little feather in your cap. But what I want to say is that it's not just about the competition. It's about the learning. You'll have a chance to benchmark yourself globally across the BRICS region, and the network that you get to pick up from your peers in China, Russia, India, and your other experts in those regions. So I really want to encourage as many people as possible to apply.
Now, Joanne, what kind of problems are currently faced by BRICS countries, and how do you see these Olympics solving some of them, if not all?
Definitely not all. I think that's a big ask. So how it works, Zimbabwe, is that every expert that is attached to, let's say, a mobile app is one of our skill areas. So there will be an expert that will be developing the skills challenge for the final that happens in over 12 to 15 September this year in Johannesburg. And I can't give away what the challenges are going to be like, because when you arrive in Johannesburg, no competitor has seen the final challenge. You might know, for instance, the mobile app challenge is most likely going to be focusing on health. You might know that the context is health. Renewable energy is obviously going to be on energy. There's a few of the other skill areas that are focusing on either water, energy, or health, but you won't know the detail of your challenge until you get there. What you will know, and I want to encourage everyone to go to our website, bricsfutureskills.co.za, because on there we've got a detailed document that highlights what competencies you need to apply. So you will know sort of what areas you're going to be competing in, what are the skills that you need coming in. And that's also important because our training, we do some online training for any competitors that get selected in August. So even before you come to our challenge in September, you will have the opportunity to do some practice studies, practice real world scenario case studies, where you'll get a chance to get a much deeper dive into what this challenge looks like, whether you've got the skills for it. And so that will be happening over August. I think there's 5 Saturdays that we'll be hosting those.
Okay. And the benefits of participating in the BRICS Future Skills Challenge, of course, extend beyond recognition as one of South Africa's top tech minds. Tell us about what participants stand to gain from an experience like this.
So a big thing is the training. So as part of leading up to the Skills Challenge, you'll have the opportunity to engage with other BRICS youth that are in a similar tech space as you are. You'll be engaging with the experts, getting support, getting mentorship, and those training sessions where you'll be having a chance to practice in a real world scenario to be able to unpack what is this challenge going to look like, have a chance to really use your skills and apply it to a real world scenario.
Okay.
And in that, you'll have a chance to also get feedback from mentors, a certificate that shows what you've achieved in that process. And then, of course, when you go through the actual final, Simpiwe, there will also be a chance to get a certificate and just all the mentoring and networking that you'll get by going through there. The other thing that I want to say, for those that are coming, I hope other people will also, that aren't competing will come to watch, because it's going to be super exciting. We're going to have a Dragon's Den. I don't know if you're familiar with the Dragon's Den concept in here, where, so the competitors from the top competitors from each of the BRICS nations will be selecting 3 from each of the BRICS nations to come and present their solutions on the problem that they were given. And that will be broadcasted live in the event. And so it will be lovely to have audience come and cheer on our South Africans, because there will be a chance for us to really engage with the solutions that these young minds are coming up with.
You know, Joanne, you and I know that the problem-solving skill set is quite elaborate and, quite diverse. So what is it that you're looking for from the techpreneurs? What, I mean, for them to be awarded a medal, I mean, to be declared the winners?
So it's a hard question for me to answer, unfortunately, because we have 12 different skill areas. Okay. So each of those skill areas will be slightly different how I answer that. But maybe let me speak to some of the cross-cutting skills that I think would be useful for all competitors to harness.
Yeah.
You mentioned problem solving, that's critical. And there's another, one of our webinars that we run as leading up to the event is on design thinking. So being able to understand the problem, unpack the problem, and design a solution that can address that problem. Understanding the context as well, so being able to quickly understand contexts will be super helpful to bring into the competition. Also being able to present your problem, because that was what we felt really strongly about from South Africa's BRICS Business Council, is that just being able to come up with a solution is not going the full way. You know, what we need for our young people need to have the skills to be able to present and communicate their solutions, because in the real world, that's what matters. So those would be 2, well, actually, I mentioned 3, problem solving,
all right, Joanne,
design
unfortunately,
thinking.
we are out of time, but we certainly hope that those interested will visit your website to get more details, and we certainly hope that they will be capacitated enough, you know, to present their ideas, because the problem is they could have brilliant ideas, but the presentation might fail them. But Joanne, thank you so much for joining us, and this is really a brilliant initiative. That was Techways founder and project lead, Joanne Brink.